Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys have been doing well. And it's now been a full day since the Modern Warfare 4 early access beta has been out. And ladies and gentlemen, I hate to say it, but I am actually enjoying the game. But I'll get into it later, but I'm not going to be buying this game at all. Okay. First things first, let's talk about what I have enjoyed and what's made my experience a lot better compared to everybody else. Okay. So first things first, the gameplay. I mean, you guys will see in this video, there is 1000% a skill gap. This is going to be like one of my first games on, and then I'll show you guys another game where I've progressed. I hit level 20, and we'll go into how all of this shows how gaming's evolution and rise in skill level has affected our perception and our interpretation of matchmaking and lobbies being sweaty and all that stuff. But the gameplay is so enjoyable in this game. I don't think it's perfect. I don't think it's the best that we've gotten in years, but it's good enough for me, right? Like the gunplay and how the guns feel, even with the visual recoil. Once you find out, 5 attachments that work that can also remove it as well, it feels good. Another thing that I really enjoyed as well was the movement. And one of my viewers and mods, shout out to Trust, he had a really good point when we were first playing the first couple of games, which is it looks and or feels slow, but in reality to everyone else, you move so quickly. And maybe that's why the movement feels clunky for some or just feels super slow to others. But I enjoy the movement. I enjoy the gunplay. The visual recoil itself, it's not as bad as Modern Warfare 2 2022, and it can be negated once you have, a certain class setup, certain attachments, and once you get used to it as well. And another thing that I really enjoyed was the perk system. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is pretty freaking balanced. Like, you have quick fix immediately as one of like the first things that you unlock, so that's more of aggressive playstyle for someone like myself, as you guys can see with the gameplay. And then they had also something called Blood Rush, which I actually started using towards the end of the first day, and I actually ended up liking. And they don't even have like an ammo crate at all. So you either need to have scavenger or be willing to pick up people's weapons. And then another thing that I really liked were the kill streaks. I mean, not only are they super fast to use, right? If you have Hardline as your second perk, you just loop through kill streaks constantly with every single life. And about that whole entire point system, because it's not even really a kill streak. It's a mix of getting points and playing objective, so like score streaks, and then also advancing the entire streak system by getting kills. So the streak system literally rewards you for being aggressive while also slowing down, being a team player, playing objective, and playing smart as well. You will see now in multiple games where I do exactly that. I first start off being aggressive, get my UAV that's like 2 kills, then I get, my 5 kill streak or 4 kill streak because I have hardline, and then I start playing objective to help out the team because, my streaks are doing the work, people have information on the mini map, and in turn, we just start dominating. But outside of those few things that I enjoyed, when it comes to actually recommending the game, and if I would actually buy it, I can't do that. I'm very concerned about a lot of things, and there's a lot of things that I just cannot, just brush off and be blind to, so I can recommend and say, yeah, guys, go ahead and buy this Call of Duty because this Call of Duty game is going to be good. First things first, the big 4. Obviously, out of the big 4, gameplay is what I enjoyed the most, but the other 3 things are the anti-cheat, the content, and most importantly, matchmaking. There were a lot of people that were saying that skill-based matchmaking, engagement-optimized matchmaking felt cranked in the first day. And obviously, they're testing it out right now between classic matchmaking, which is in quick play, and all the other playlists, except for the open one. And that open playlist is where they're testing out the original Black Ops 7 matchmaking that we had at the launch of the game. I I really feel like if you're concerned about cheating, if you're really concerned about the skins and the collaboration and the content that they're going to be giving out for seasonal updates, and or you're worried that they're going to change the matchmaking system again like they did in Black Ops 7, I wouldn't even, trust them. It's not worth trusting them. So if you're worried about those 3 things and you're concerned about it and you have not liked the direction or the way that they've handled and treated it in the last couple of years, don't buy and play Modern Warfare 4. Inside the game, though, let's talk about that. The spawns are very bad. All right, very inconsistent. There were multiple times in a lot of my games that I was playing with some of my viewers and supporters, where we would clear a flag. We would have like A and C, and then they would start spawning, not on B, they would start spawning on one of the flags that they just never had progress on at all. And then there's other times where they would just be spawning in the middle of the map for no reason when we have C and B or A and B on lockdown, and it would just ruin the entire flow. And there's a lot of revenge spawns as well, where you kill one guy and he's spawning like maybe 10, 15 feet to your left, to your right, behind you, or in front of you. And it's not fun to deal with, especially when you're going on a streak, you're trying to play good, and you're trying to either come back from a game because you just feel like the game is going against you when you're still trying to win and fight to have a good game, right? The next thing inside the game that I'm really concerned about, that a lot of people have a problem with as well, is the inconsistent time to kill. I don't know if it's, when streaks are called in, because that was the big thing that I noticed when the TTK would get fucked up and get ruined, is whenever streaks were called in, and it's with abundant amount. Like, both teams are calling in streaks, from that artillery strike, from the UAV to the helicopter to the Wilson. Any single time we called in too many streaks, the TTK felt super bad. But there's a lot of times where, for me, in a 1v2 situation, I either am ripping the enemy in like 4 bullets and it feels like 3 or 2, and other times where I get one and then the other one gets me and I had no chance of fighting back, even though I'm the first person shooting first. The TTK was just super inconsistent when it comes to 1v2 gunfights, or whenever streaks were called in, and the game just couldn't handle it. And another thing that I'm worried about inside the game are the settings and the optimization of MW4. There were multiple times where one of my viewers or somebody would come into my stream, or I would see a tweet of somebody showing off that their settings are getting completely reset, or they're not even applying after doing their shaders, and things just kept getting reset. Things just made no sense at all to how the settings just didn't apply. And then the optimization of the game as well, where people that have like 5090s, 5080s are getting 90 to 100 frames. And even if they were to change their graphic settings, it would somehow reset whenever they got into a new game. Like, it was very weird. And I understand it's a beta and things are going to change between now to the full release, but if you really care about frames, you really care about graphics, or you really care about your settings, which, by the way, the settings from the graphical shit, keyboard and mouse, to controller, movement, all that shit is ridiculously abundant. Like, it's just too much, man. You literally have to be a neurological fucking scientist to figure out what settings are good, what settings are bad. And even though it's a Call of Duty game and you kind of know, okay, I should have this setting turned to this or that, it's still very annoying whenever you do your settings, it just gets completely forgotten by the game and fully reset. And or even when you have the best settings, the game just doesn't see it as an applied thing, or the shaders are all glitched and the optimization of the game suffers from it. You know what I'm saying? There were just several moments where people in my stream, people that I was in a call with, were complaining about, yo, I gotta restart my game and or redo my settings because the game won't save it at all. And now you guys will see this a lot in my gameplay. This is just a personal issue that I've seen nobody talk about. I don't know if I have a setting wrong or anything like that, but the pop-ups on this game, from the levels to whenever you get a kill streak, and the reminders whenever you have no lethals or tacticals left, them shits are so freaking big. They really are. Like, I don't know if it's a HUD setting that I need to change, but whenever I was trying to use a lethal or tactical, whenever I had scavenger, because, you know, in Black Ops 7, they would refill it all. And it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that in this game. It would just completely kill my flow because I have this fucking reminder in the middle of my screen where I can't even see the person, you know? So I really think that they need to have some fucking leeway there and not make it so big, or have a setting where you can turn it off, right? Because there were so many times where I'm on a streak, I'm about to get my attack helicopter, like I'm one or two kills away, and because scavenger doesn't refill my lethals and tacticals and I try to pop it, I get a freaking reminder that's in the middle of my screen, completely killing my foe, like straight on to my crosshair and straight onto my iron sights. It's just so freaking annoying, man. All right, but those are the things that I'm most concerned about when it comes to things outside and inside the game, and, you know, addressing some issues that people were dealing with as well. And if you don't like any of that, if you don't like what you're hearing, then don't buy and play the game, okay? Now let's talk about a few things that I saw the community talk about and my whole entire take on it, okay? Why skill-based matchmaking, engagement optimized matchmaking, whatever you want to call it, okay? Why does matchmaking in general why is it, you know, feeling cranked? Okay, I saw several tweets from people that hate Call of Duty, that are Call of Duty Next invited, all that shit. I saw a lot of them complaining about how skill-based matchmaking felt within the game. And I completely understand why, right? But I do think that this all ties into how gaming's evolution and rise in skill has affected our matchmaking, okay? So what I'm trying to say is this. Let's be honest here. Call of Duty is very easy compared to games like Fortnite, Valorant, CSGO, hell, even Overwatch and Marvel Rivals, right? And 6 years ago, gaming would be very casual. You know, you wouldn't see these streamers, these content creators, these competitive players making 6 to 7, 8-figure deals and salaries, right? So basically what I'm trying to say, when gaming got more competitive, easier games like Call of Duty got way sweatier and became so much easier to learn and to be good at, right? So maybe it's just the fact that the skill ceiling over the last day now, since Modern Warfare 4's beta has come out for the early access version of it, maybe the skill ceiling gets raised so fast and so quickly to the point where we feel like matchmaking is just cranked to the fucking max. You know what I'm saying? So basically what I'm trying to say is that, yes, matchmaking is definitely a concern. It's a valid issue. And I do feel like that the game will suffer and will be ruined if matchmaking is just completely messed up, right? Like, to give you guys a perspective, I would buy Modern Warfare 4 if they just gave us not even the exact same thing, but just a like replica of the Black Ops Sports matchmaking. That's what I would want in Modern Warfare 4. That's literally what it would take for me to buy the game, okay? But I feel like why people are crying and saying that SBMM is cranked or it feels horrible in this game is due to the fact that the skill ceiling that they're running into and the people that they're running into, the skill level is so high, and it got so high so quickly that it doesn't feel real. And it just feels like there's something manipulating you. The way I was able to get certain lobbies where I'm straight up dominating the entire game is because I partied up. My biggest thing for the last 2 to 3 years now when it comes to having very fun matches on matchmaking systems like Modern Warfare 3 2023, Black Ops 6 was really bad, and even Black Ops 7, even with open matchmaking, the way I had fun with those was by playing with others. If your entire experience so far in the last day on Modern Warfare 4, or whatever you're planning to do during the open beta, is playing by yourself, you are in for a horrible time. So guys, please, find people to play with. They don't even need to be good, just vibe out. You know, maybe just have 1 or 2 good people carrying the team, but like straight up just vibe out, because from like what 3 of my sessions that I played. One of them where I was off camera for 2 hours playing with a full 6 stack of my viewers and supporters. Another one where I was just playing by my like with 1 or 2 other people as well off camera right before I streamed. And then another time where I'm playing in a 5 stack. Every single time, those games, those lobbies weren't even sweaty. Like they just had 1 or 2 sweaty players on the other team, and we would just vibe out and dominate. And some of these people that I'm playing with are getting 7 to 8, 15, 20 kills here and there. You know, it's never consistent, but I'm having a great time. All in all, though, the reason why I'm not buying this game is pretty simple. The track history that Activision and Infinity Ward have had whenever they have worked together is not good. And I simply cannot believe and trust in them to do right by me and, most importantly, the Call of Duty community. I don't think they're going to do right for the rank play people that hate cheaters and hate how bad cheating has gotten. They're not going to fix the anti-cheat. When it comes to content and collaborations and updates, I feel like they're going to miss the mark. Do some fucked up shit with doing a stupid collab or doing a stupid change and an update for the season on both DMZ, Warzone, and multiplayer. And the one that I care about the most that would really make me buy this game is the matchmaking. Like I said earlier, all it would really take for me to buy this game is for them to give me like basically a carbon copy of the Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 matchmaking systems. That's it, right? And I say that because for me, I'm not running into cheaters. When it comes to content and all that shit, I'm kind of tuned out from it. You know, I don't go for camo grinds anymore. I don't buy Call of Duty points. I never have. It's just not something that I do. And for me being like a pub stomper and somebody that likes to dominate in public matches and do well with others and give them, you know, wins or just an awesome time, matchmaking is the biggest factor in if I enjoy a game or not, because obviously there's some level of manipulation going on, right? But matchmaking is the biggest reason to why I'm not buying Modern Warfare 4. And if that's your biggest concern as well, don't be surprised if you buy and play the game after it fully releases, you'll get rug pulled, because they had specific wording in Black Ops 7 about open matchmaking and, you know, only keeping it, or it's only going to be at the launch of Black Ops 7. They changed it out for classic matchmaking, which a lot of people don't like in both Black Ops 7 right now and the Modern Warfare 4 early access beta. And I can't endorse this game. No matter how much I enjoy it, I already know that people like the Rick, Fully, and their communities, hell, even Blametruth's community that decide to play the game for the beta, I already know that they're going to be complaining about the same thing. And I don't feel like I could do another year of the same song and dance where I buy into a Call of Duty game and expect things to be different when literally over the last 3 months, they have shown no change at all in how they operate, how they think internally, and how they talk to us. And that has just culminated into me not believing in this game and not buying it. So I feel like at the end of the day, if you are worried about the anti-cheat and dealing with cheaters, if you're worried about the content and the collaborations, if you're worried about the matchmaking and it being rug pulled and changed, then don't buy the game, because anything is possible. The way these guys at Activision handle themselves when it comes to talking to us and doing things for Call of Duty, they run it by a lawyer, they make sure to word it in a specific way, and they will literally gaslight you and piss on you just to tell you a fucking lie, all right? So if you can't trust them, if you can't believe them, if you felt wrong, don't buy the game, because that's how exactly I've been feeling over the last couple of months. But if you really like the game, if you really enjoy it, and you want to believe in it, then go ahead, support them. I'm not discouraging anybody from buying the game. It's their money, it's their time. But I really want to get at is the fact that if you have felt tired, if you have felt wrong, then not only is now the perfect time to speak with your wallet, but why would anything change now? Because it's Infinity Ward in a Modern Warfare title. You know what I'm saying? It's the same song and dance year after year. And I feel like if you really want to make a change for Call of Duty, do not buy this fucking game. all right? Maybe play the beta, but that's it. That's my thoughts and opinions on Modern Warfare 4. I enjoyed the gameplay. As you guys saw, I'm really fucking good at this game, so I'm enjoying it. But for all those reasons, with the anti-cheat, the content, the matchmaking, and all the shit with Infinity Ward and Activision's track history together, I cannot endorse and buy this game at all, ladies and gentlemen. So any other videos talking about Call of Duty in the future, probably going to be showing gameplay of like Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, because those are the only Call of Duty games I'm willing to play. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.